My group members doesn't want to work with me anymore. I just can't stand working collaborative with my group members. Why do certain teams work well collaboratively and why some just fall apart despite having all the skill sets needed? This is where shared mental model comes in. What is shared mental model then? Well, to put it simply, a shared mental model is when a mental model is shared by everyone in the team. If you have 5 people in the team, then all 5 should have the same mental model, which can consist of 4 major things: task-specific knowledge, task-related knowledge, certain other knowledge that would be useful in achieving the task, and knowledge of the teammates, each other's strengths and weaknesses, and of course belief and attitudes, which is often missing in a lot of design of team or collaborative work. What happens is, even if you have everyone of the right skills and knowledge in the team, if they don't have the same set of belief and attitudes, they would not be able to achieve the collaboration that we wanted them to achieve, or the team performance will not be optimum. A classic example would be the football team. You can assemble a team of superstars, but it takes a bit of time to develop that shared mental model, especially on the aspect of attitudes and belief. If you have different set of belief within a team, and if let's say 11 players are having all different kind of belief, then you'll find it harder to achieve your goal or winning. So in learning, how do we foster shared mental model? Now, if you are promoting that kind of randomization in groupings, then you really have to figure out total randomization is not really good. Or if you just so happen to do the simple randomization, like in alphabetical order, or just 1 2 3 4 kind of thing, then you'll find it hard for certain teams to work well, and then you can't blame them for not working well, because that kind of randomization doesn't help them in having that shared mental model. I don't believe in total randomization of groupings if you really want them to collaboratively work well on certain tasks. So the key is, if you want to design a group project, there should be some elements of allowing them, or flexibility in allowing them to assemble their own team members. If you encourage this, actually the team will work better, right? If you feel that there are certain students who will be marginalized in a way that a lot of groups do not want them, then you try to figure out how best you can help this person to fit into certain group. So when you are designing collaborative work or in training, for example, you have to communicate this well to your students, and allowing them to also have the chance to communicate each other's strengths, right? Sometimes we just assemble them in a group, we just form the group without giving them chance to tell about their strengths, their weaknesses, before they even proceed to the group assignment that we have assigned them. Because communication is the catalyst of collaboration. A collaborative work will not work well without communication. So you have to encourage students to communicate among themselves. You might want to design your task where they have to prove that they are communicating, right? They have to show you certain logs, maybe chat logs, or maybe video recordings of the conversation, the discussion. So from there, you kind of know who are participating and who are not, but not just to penalize, but to figure out the best way to fit them in. For example, if you notice that this person is not really suitable in this team, you might want to switch to another team because of the same interest, or maybe same belief, right? The same thing in football again, right? If this player is not functioning well in his team A, then maybe the manager will start thinking, okay, I should just sell this to team B, and suddenly you see him flourishing in team B, even though he didn't really do well in team A. So these are the same thing in group dynamics that we need to see in the learning context, where we shouldn't penalize students immediately. We should figure out how to help them so that they can function well in different. Some group tasks can also allow room for students to actually pitch their strengths and weaknesses and see which group needs them, right? If you just randomize them according to the name list, for example, how on earth are they going to work well? It will take some time, and you don't have much time if you just give them 3 weeks to complete the group assignment and you expect them to work really well in 3 weeks. These are the things that we have to consider when we design group tasks. It's not just as simple as forming the groups, and then you don't blame the learners if they can't work well, because it takes time to develop these shared mental models. The good news is we can shape this if you allow that kind of communication to happen first before you put them in groups. That is one method of cultivating a shared mental model. Have that kind of tasks where they can communicate their strengths and beliefs before you even assemble them into team projects. That's a little bit about shared mental model. You can read more on the work by Cannonbauer and Salas. I have provided some links down there. You can take a look, and hopefully when you're designing tasks, collaborative tasks, we think about this shared mental model more than just the task itself. So that's all for this video. I hope it's useful.